Hello fellow shooters and reloaders, my name is Urban and here we go again. Today we're going to take a look at our ultimate reloading companion, brand new Gen 2 Armanov bullet feeder. Do you think it looks similar to the Gen 1? Well, we retain the familiar shape and design of the general bullet feeder, but almost every component has been updated, redesigned or replaced for higher efficiency and better ease of use. We also added an auto-reverse function and a dual optical sensor on the dropper assembly. Let's dive in and check out the bullet feeder generation 2. So, here we have a 45 ACP bullet feeder and a 2:3 caliber conversion kit that is designed for this Gen 2 bullet feeder. Gen 1 and Gen 2 are not compatible between them. So, available in 2:3, 9mm, 10, 40 or 45 ACP, and for now available for Dillon Precision, or also a version so you can use it on the Frankfurt Arsenal press. The conversion kits will be available 9mm, 40/10, 45, 2:3, 6.5 and 308. Let's check what's in the box, how to install it, and we will also do a caliber conversion kit so you can see how easy it is to change the caliber. Now let's take a look what you get in the box of the Armanov bullet feeder generation 2. You get a detailed instruction manual on how to mount and operate and set up the bullet feeder. You get a region-specific adapter with plugs, an extension cable. You get a bullet feeder die. This case is 45 caliber. Also a matching powder funnel. Now, if you get the version for the Frankfurt Arsenal, instead of the powder funnel, you get a expander die, so you can also use this bullet feeder because the die will help you to seat bullets properly. Then we get the dropper assembly with the LED light and the dual optical sensor, and the bullet feeder itself, pre-assembled in this case with the 45 caliber wheel, and you also get a setting wrench in the back. In case you get the Frankfurt Arsenal version, you also get a mount supplied so you can mount the bullet feeder on the Frankfurt Arsenal press. And now let's also check our caliber conversion. This is a 2:3 caliber conversion. Inside you get everything you need to make the conversion itself. Again, you get the dropper assembly with the dual optical sensor and LED notification. Now the cable here is not included. You reuse the cable that you got with your original bullet feeder. You get the caliber specific drum, which is attached by magnets. I will also show you how to perform a caliber conversion. This one is 2:3. You get an appropriate 2:3 dropper die and a matching powder funnel. In the case of the Frankfurt Arsenal press, you do not get the powder funnel. You get, if you use a pistol caliber, you get the flare and expander die. In the case of the rifle caliber, no powder funnel, all expander die is included. Now let's change the caliber from the 45 ACP to the 2:3 rifle bullet. It's very simple to do. I will show you here on the table. First, on the back, you uncouple the spring dropper, and from the dropper assembly, you also disconnect the cable. Take your conversion dropper, in this case it is a 2:3, and install it like this and connect the cable, and you are set in this area. Now we will also change the drum. All you need to do is remove these two butterfly nuts, and now we just simply open up the bullet feeder and disconnect the drum, which is held in by 4 magnets. We put the drum of the new caliber on. It will click when the magnets will grip, close it back up and reinstall the butterfly nuts. Now your bullet feeder is ready to reload the 2:3 caliber. All you need to do is to mount the bullet feeder die and powder funnel on the machine before you start. The second generation of the Armanov bullet feeder keeps the upright rotation drum design of the Generation 1, but is now made from injection molded plastic for better durability and quality. We have retained the 3D printed wheel that attaches with magnet like before. This allows quick and easy caliber conversions. The hopper is now see-through, so you can see how many bullets are inside, and is held in place with 2 removable butterfly nuts. The dropper assembly is SLS laser printed and equipped with 2 digital optical sensors instead of the manual switch in the Generation 1. With the help of these sensors and smart board and LED status light, you now know what is always happening with your bullet feeder. All this is very well documented on our website, but to clarify once again, the Armanov bullet feeder Generation 2 and its matching caliber conversion kit both include everything you need in the box. You do not need to buy any parts separately. Okay, so now let's install the components from our box to this Dillon machine. This is the 750 model, and I will install a 9mm bullet feeder because I already have all the 9mm dies installed. First, I will install the powder funnel. This is simple, just remove the powder measure and slide the funnel inside. This is very good if you have the quick release Armanov powder measure. The next thing you will need to mount is the included dropper die. I will use the standard Dillon locking nut in this case, and you just install it deep enough so the case will activate in the top of the motion. So I will set it up a little bit later just to show you how to install it. And then we take the bullet feeder itself and we will connect the dropper tube, and also we will take this little Allen key so we can adjust this bridge that sorts the bullets in just a few seconds. First, connect the sensor cable here to the back and the spring to the output chute here. It will make a click, and this is it. Connect the power. You can use the supplied extension or directly from the power adapter, and this is all you need to do. Let's mount it on the case feeder. You just hang it on the supplied hanger like this. It is designed to sit like the Generation 1 on the case feeder from Dillon, and now we just slide on the 9mm dropper assembly on the die. Before we start, let's set up the height of the die. I will just take one of the 9mm cases to the top position. You see I have a little bit more travel, so this means I can lower the die a little bit more, like this. Lock the nut, and now also connect the retention springs like this. You are now set up and ready to go. Before we start, I suggest we load a couple of bullets into the bullet hopper and also adjust this sorting bridge. You need to put it out or in, depending on what is happening with your bullets, and this bridge will release the bullets that are upside down and allow the rightly positioned bullets to continue and drop into the die. Let's put some bullets in the hopper. Now that everything is connected, we can turn the bullet feeder on. We will watch this sorting bridge to see if it is, in this case, you see the sorting bridge is too far in, so I will adjust it in clockwise position to bring it, I will do 2.5 turns, to bring it out. And now let's test if the bridge will sort and sort the wrongly positioned bullets back and the correctly into the dropper. As you can see, this was my first time and I nailed it, so the bridge is doing its job, passing the rightly positioned bullets over and dropping the upside down bullets back into the hopper. So now I will simulate the auto reverse function with my hands. As you can see, if the bullet feeder senses that something is wrong, automatically goes back and tries to auto correct. If this happens 3 times in a span of 10 seconds or less, the bullet feeder will stop and manual intervention or clearing of the jam is required. So if this happens, first you need to turn the bullet feeder off and then you disconnect the motor here so you can manually rotate the drum back or clear anything that is wrong. Before you start, simply connect the motor back again and push the switch to on and the bullet feeder will continue. To disconnect the motor, you do not need to dismount the bullet feeder from the case feeder. You just simply push the lever and the motor will slide and disconnect, and when to reconnect you just push it back until the lever clicks and you're set to go. Now let's take a look at the status LED and how it works. Here you can see you have 3 options: green, blue or red. Green or ready means that the bullet dropper assembly is full of bullets and the sensor has turned off the bullet feeder. If the blue light shines, this means that the bullet feeder is running and delivering rounds to the dropper assembly. The red light, as you can see, means that some kind of error has happened, or if the auto reverse function triggers, red light will blink. If the bullet feeder runs out of bullets or the sensor does not sense any bullets being dropped in more than 10 seconds, the blue light will be on and the red light will start blinking. This means that no bullets are delivered to the dropper assembly and that your hopper on the bullet feeder itself is probably empty of bullets. Okay, so when mounting the Armanov bullet feeder on the Frankfurt Arsenal, we will utilize the supplied mount with the bolt and hidden nut. Just choose the height you prefer and lock in the mount. The nut will turn automatically and hold from the back of the channel. Tighten, and this is your mount set. Now that we installed the mount, we simply hang the bullet feeder on the mount and install the dropper assembly on the dropper die. The dropper die is assembled and set up the exact same way as shown before on the Dillon machine. Now I just need to connect these 2 springs and this will be set to operate. Here we also added the included flare and expander die. Setup of this die is also very simple. When your tool head is down, just make sure that the die thread is around 1/2 centimeter, 1/4 of an inch, let's say, above the shell plate, and then you will adjust the flare action. This is the top part of the die, according to which caliber you use and to how much of flare you need on your case. When the setup of the flare and expander die is finished, make sure to lock both of these nuts so your setting will stay intact. The first generation of Armanov bullet feeder was a really great product. It was efficient, it was easy to use, and came in a really compact package. The Generation 2 builds on all that and adds a dual optical sensor with LED notification light, a injection molded construction with a clear hopper so you can now see inside how many bullets are left, and also a built-in auto reverse function so it can unjam itself without user interface. All these functions make the Gen 2 truly one of the best bullet feeders on the market today. You can find the Generation 2 bullet feeder on our web shop, and like always I will also post a link in the description. If you like our videos, please give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also leave a comment down in the comment section. Please also don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Hope you like this video and see you next time.